What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about something that I've gotten for the Panda that I want to try and put on at some close within some time. The car sits really funny on the springs. It sits like a low rider almost, like where you know they have the hydraulics and the front is always up and it's like anyway, it sits funny. The back of it sits way down. So I got myself coilovers. Now the problem with these coilovers are they're for the Fiat 500. Are you in action? Okay, yeah, battery died, my bad. So I got the coilovers and they're for the Fiat 500. Now the reason why I got them is because they're actually thinner than the springs. So I have actually had a set before on my very first Panda, and they were great. I absolutely loved them. They made the car really sit nice the way I wanted them. Much better than the springs anyway. I think I'm just gonna either try and sell these springs, and if not then I'll just toss them because they're kind of useless. The cheapest coilovers you can get, well, maybe not the cheapest, but they're a known brand who also sell wicker baskets and chairs for some reason, and home furniture. But anyway, here you go. FK 500AK coilovers. Look at that. Now there is also a few things on here. As you can tell, I actually got myself some adjustable drop links. You've got the cups, the lowering spring cups, the lowering cups thingamabobbies, the shocks. You've got these shocks. I got myself some new top mounts with new bolts and stuff like that, new bearings. Now, there are still a couple of issues with them. For instance, I don't remember on my first set that, or where the drop links are, the position of them, they were a lot more 40, is it 45 degrees? What are my degrees? 90. Yeah, so 90 degrees. They were, at 90 degrees, they were a lot more right angle with regards to where the knuckle camber part of it is. So as you can tell here, so you see these drop link attachments here, they're meant to be a bit more 90 degrees with regards to this section here, but they are more like, say, 110 maybe degrees. So hold on, let's have a look at my face first. So I've taken off the old suspension in the rear, taken out all the shocks and springs, and then I took apart the back box, well, the back pipe box part, the MM695 part of it, of the exhaust. Took it off just to try and reshape it because I actually managed to get the hangers in. So I've reshaped it a little bit, put in a lot more sealant, so because I did have a leak. It actually sounds slightly quieter, but who am I kidding? It doesn't touch off the top, but we'll see what happens because I have at the moment a hanger in the middle taken off, so we'll see how it looks. But yeah, so this is it on the max height of the FK coilovers, and it's actually quite a good height, to be honest. I kind of like that height because I actually got polyurethane because they were only for like a tenner or something, well, 10 pounds. So it was cheaper than the rubber stuff, and they're stronger and extended as well. So you'll be able to see, but it's somewhere in there. There's these blue poly ones, extended, and yeah, it was actually a lot easier to fit on rather than the rubber ones. Just WD-40 on the both ends and it's gone sliding in. So now I'm gonna tackle the front. I'm gonna get the car jacked up at the front and see where it goes from there. So I swapped out the old springs and onto the coilovers. It looks a lot better, I'll tell you that much. So I came across a couple of issues. The adjustable drop links that I'm using, some eBay ones that I got, they're quite fat, and because the coilovers drop link kind of like attachment is at an angle than what it originally is meant to be, it's kind of touching off the subframe of the whole car, so it's kind of bad. So without further ado, here's what it looks like now. So it's much lower on the front, has it kind of like, well, I don't think it should be that low, but it looks pretty badass, not gonna lie. From this angle. So it has its ups and downs, I guess, with these coilovers, but that's what you get for not having for the right vehicle. But you know, it'll do for now, I guess, I hope. Oh yeah, so when I was testing out the drop links to make sure that they're all fitting up and everything, I actually tore the ABS wire, so now I don't have ABS. It still shows me how fast I'm going, but I don't have ABS apparently. But yeah, so I'll take you for a bit of a ride around in the Panda, and I'll do a bit of a chat and tell you how it feels while I'm driving. That's what it sounds like from the inside. It's not good. It's not bad at all. There's something stuck on my fucking butt. It's like a splinter in my butt after sitting on the ground. This is why I need my own garage. Like, I have driven it for a few seconds just to see what it's like. So I think there's a bit of clipping on the plastic from it being so low. Definitely feels a lot more rough. Ever so slightly when I go under brakes and kind of turn in, but just a smidge, I think, just a little bit, by a couple of millimeters. Oh yeah, it's scraping there. Ooh, nice pop. Yeah, I could definitely, it's a lot stiffer. I definitely have to pick up the wheels at the front a little bit. So there you have it. I took it around for a spin there, and there are a few problems, but mainly it's the front, so I'm gonna have to raise the front a little bit, as badass as it looks. Hopefully that's the only issue with it. I'm hoping that it's nothing else, because I think the anti-roll bar is actually slightly rubbing off of the drive shafts, which is obviously not a good thing. I hired up the car at the front, maybe about half an inch, and I adjusted drop links a little bit more. Now on the left side, for some reason, it was, as I said, rubbing off the drive shaft, but on the right side it was fine, so that was a bit weird. That's everything. So I've lowered it down, or highered it up even a little bit. So this is what it looks like now. So the difference is, I don't know if it's even noticeable, to be honest, but I have turned it up a little bit, so hopefully it'll stiffen it up a little bit more. But still, it looks totally badass and I'm totally in love with it. Like, I'm afraid for the sump, because there's too many stories from the Fiat Panda group saying that lowering the car can risk smashing up your sump. And I like my sump. There was something on the camera. And I like my sump. I wanted to stay there because unfortunately, there's a bee. Unfortunately, there is not many Fiat Panda 100HPs in Ireland, and everything would have to come from England, so I wouldn't be able to get anything anytime soon. Oh, Oh shit. It's the guards.